5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Radio Faces number 11. It is Tuesday, June 19th. Louis Malia, Matt Chapin, I'm Aaron Malhotra. Our main man AJ is in the background again putting this together. And towards the end of this podcast, we're going to play the short interview of Don Cherry that we promised. But before that, we're going to get to our usual bits. And we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to start the this or that portion right now. Okay, and welcome, guys. Sorry, I didn't even welcome you guys.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
We're here.
Hello. Yeah, they are here.
That's okay, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah. That's how pressed we are for time. Okay, we're going to start with the Euro Cup, a topic we haven't covered before. It's huge. It's going on right now. Do you guys have teams?
I cheer for Italy, yeah.
English. I'm going with the English this year. I'm an all-you-can-eat.
This year.
I'm an all-you-can-eat buffet in terms of a heritage, so I'm just diving in and picking one.
Solid answer. Okay, biggest surprise so far in the Euro Cup, negative or positive?
Biggest surprise, I think, negative is Dutch. Is the Dutch not winning a game? They're 0-for. I don't think they were pegged as to go 0-for-3.
Yeah, you got to agree with it. I mean, the Dutch were the number 2 ranked country in the world, and they didn't win a game. They just shot everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, just all on the field.
Dutch shit. Okay, next question. There's rumors of a Spain-Croatia fix to eliminate Italy. I don't know if that's true or not, but do you believe the fix is ever in on certain soccer matches?
Absolutely. I mean, in Italian soccer, they've actually proven it.
And sorry, I meant more in the Euro Cup and in the World Cup.
You know what? I wouldn't disregard it. I mean, when English won the World Cup in England, the goal didn't even pass the line, but they called it right away. I mean, there's a lot of sketchy things in soccer until they actually put instant replay, and no one's ever going to buy it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the easiest sport to fix, just based on the limited amount of goals that are scored and how close goal differentials happen. I think it's the easiest one to.
And everything's subjective, right? Everything is what the refs think.
The ref can totally control a game better than any sport, so it's interesting.
Okay, I'm not sure we're going to have another podcast before the Euro Cup is over, so who's going to win the Euro Cup?
The Germans. They're just machines.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I actually think so too. Right now, they just look really good.
You're mad that you two agreed?
Yeah, I just think that when we agree, the answers suck.
That's okay.
They're faster.
Good minds think alike.
And the Euro Cup's popular in North America. There's no one that can deny it. You see flags, you see people honking their horns, going nuts. The MLS probably not as popular. That's the Major League Soccer. Does the MLS need to change their rules to increase popularity in North America?
No, they have to not have shit players. Plain and simple. The reason why people in North America still watch, European soccer is because they have better players. It's like, I don't care. I'm not going to watch the CFL over the NFL. I don't give a shit if the CFL's here. CFL sucks ass.
Yeah, the CFL does suck ass, but in terms of
Poor
soccer...
CFL. Yeah, it wasn't even a CFL question, it was just all right.
No,
yeah, that's all right.
Poor
it's
CFL.
The ugly sister. Either way, I think that MLS is just... it's not as entertaining to me to watch in terms of the spectacle that Euro and UEFA and the way that they run everything in terms of competition-wise there. It's night and day. I don't think they'll ever touch it.
So rules to increase scoring or something isn't something they should be looking at?
I don't think that true soccer fans care if it's 7-6 or 2-1. They want to see guys that don't suck. Yeah, absolutely.
The talent level is nowhere near the same.
Okay, we're done with soccer. Stop diving. We're off Euro Cup. All right. Speaking of diving, the Jays starting rotation has dove all fucking week. Do the Jays need to acquire starters because the playoffs are still in reach, or see what they got in AAA and go with it?
The problem is that the guys that they would have wanted to call up at the beginning of the year have been terrible in the minors this year. So
throw out some names.
McGuire, Jenkins, guys that people thought would be 6 or 7 in the depth chart, died this year. I mean, they brought up Cecil, who fucking can't throw BP to his kids. So I think that they will go out and get someone that it is a 3 or 4 for a cheap price, someone like a Guthrie or whatever, that all they're going to take back is salary, because they're not going to give up their future for anyone right now unless it's a stud that they can lock up, which nobody's selling right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's time to stretch guys out. In terms of playoffs being in reach, let's get serious. That's not happening.
Hey, they're only 3 games out.
Okay.
So you guys say, go with the arms they have?
I don't think that the playoffs are out of reach, but I think that the fact that their attendance is up almost 30% this year. I think if they start tanking this early, they're stupid for all the money they'll lose of walk-up sales.
I think they should go with the arms they have.
Okay. Switching sports over to basketball. It's 2-1 right now, Miami in the finals versus Oklahoma. Game 4 is on right now. I think it's a tie game or very close. If Miami wins the series and LeBron James continues his dominant play, does that silence his critics?
It should. It sure as shit should. He's the best player. He's MVP. I love LeBron. I can't. I am sick of it. I hope he wins, and he's playing unreal. He's an MVP player this year. He'll win the playoff. Best player MVP there. He's just phenomenal. He should shut everybody up. I really hope they win.
So Chapin says critics shut the fuck up if Miami and LeBron kicks ass. Lou?
The critics will shut up in a sense. The fact that he pulled the whole not one championship, not two, not three, whatever, they're gonna shit on him until he wins enough.
And what was that all about? Just for people who
because
don't remember.
when they had their initial press conference before they've ever played a game together, he was talking about winning like 5, 6, 7
So
championships.
he's just supposed to go in there and say we're only going to win one and this is a great time.
No, but nobody brought it up. Like he just started
Whatever.
talking about it.
It was an interview. There's some entertainment value there, and hoping to give the fans that they're going to put this triumphant together and take over.
I get it.
Speaking of
Sorry, go ahead.
interviews, entertainment value, and sticking with the NBA theme, David Stern. I don't know if you guys caught this. Last week he was on Jim Rome, and Jim Rome was asking him if the NBA lottery draft was fixed because the team that was owned by the NBA won. Stupid question. And David Stern replied with maybe a stupider answer after he's saying no, it wasn't fixed. And Jim Rome said, well, I have a right to ask because people are wondering. David Stern said, do you still beat your wife? David Stern is the commissioner of the NBA.
I just that's outrageous.
Between Jim Rome and David Stern, who's the stud in that interview and who's the dud?
I'm going to get such shit for this. Honestly, I love what David Stern did because Rome has been pissing off guys and instigating for years. Stern's like, 70? The last thing he expected, he was just fed up. And he's like, listen, don't judge me. You beat the shit out of your wife. And that's it.
I got nothing to follow up with that. I rest my case, or I rest your case for you.
Thank you.
Webb Simpson won the U.S. Open. He's 26 years old. Is golf a young man sport now?
No. I think the PGA would love for someone young, real young, Tiger Young, to come back along, but it's definitely not a young man's game. Guys that have won championships and the majority of major championships have always won them between 25 and 35. Tiger and Jack won a couple before they were 25, 4 and 3. But
I don't think so. I do think that, being under 30 is good in any sport, unless, I don't know, you're playing like fucking lawn bowling. I don't know where age doesn't matter, right? But I don't think that anybody that is under 25 or under 30 right now looks to take the reins. Even Luke Donald, who's the number 1 in the world, is I think 32. So
yeah.
Okay, speaking of young kids, Leafs draft at 5 this Friday. Are they going to keep the pick? Are they going to trade the pick? And if they keep it, who are they going to draft?
I think they'll keep it. I think they'll draft Galchenyuk if he's there. They have to draft scoring, period. There's no goalie at top 5, so they got to draft forward. If they draft a defenseman, they're fucking stupid.
I'd be really pissed if they traded it, unless there's some miraculous deal in the works, but I hope they take it and keep it, because that's the way to keep going along with the plan they're at, and hopefully they get someone, Grigorenko or someone along those lines. Okay,
and we tried this a month ago with Mother's Day. We're 2 days removed from Father's Day. Greatest TV dad of all time. Quick answers, guys.
Bob said shit. Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
I'm going to say, what's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. The dude from Friday Night Lights. I don't know if you guys watch the show.
Coach Taylor?
Yeah, Coach Eric. No, the freaking guy from the show.
Eric Taylor.
AJ jumps in with Eric Taylor. AJ, do you have a favorite TV dad?
Not TV dad. Movie dad, but not TV dad. I'll leave that for another week.
Okay,
All
AJ
right.
leaves us in suspense.
Perfect,
We leave the
I like
this or that portion. We're done that. We're going to move on to our wins and fails. We don't have a ton of time. Lou, why don't you lead us off?
My fails actually, for anybody that watches a lot of sports like I do, the commercials right now on TSN Sportsnet are ridiculous. You got this Windsor water saver pellets with this fucking kid.
Got to get the good one.
Yeah, and then you have these Cialis commercials where there's a lawnmower and nobody's near. It's like, who is like, you know what? All right, honey, I'm going to fuck you. Let me just take this boner pill, and then I'll go mow the lawn until I'm in the mood. It's the stupidest shit in the world. Like, just fucking sit
We'll put a
there.
picture up of that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chapin, win or fail this week?
The boner pill.
Is the win your boner pill?
Yep, moving
Done?
on. I had a
Okay.
great one.
Chapin's win is the boner pill. We are not unscripted. That's proof there. My win, really quick. I have a buddy who works with, he has colleagues. Those colleagues play in a men's hockey league, and they have a website that keeps stats and standings. That's totally normal, right? Except they don't actually have a hockey league. This website is designed so their wives think they have a hockey league, so they can go on road trips and do things.
That's the fucking
I'm not going to say any more info on who these people are, but yes.
Yeah, you just submarine these guys, though.
No, they don't listen. Don't worry. It's disguised
like
as you can get. They're not our friends or anything like that.
That's actually
I have a friend
amazing.
who knows people who does it, and yeah. So they go on road trips and they come back. So while they think Jimmy scored 3 goals last night, Jimmy was
At the
neck deep
at
in
the
the
downer.
Sundowner. Yeah, place of heaven.
This is like, honey, I got
Paraphrasing
Matsui all
Matt
over
Chapin.
again.
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
We're done wins and fails. We're now going to play the Don Cherry interview that we recorded last week. Didn't go according to plan, fair to say?
Yeah, not at all, actually.
His voice was up and down. I don't know what got into
Everything
him.
went everywhere with it, yeah.
Have a listen, guys. Hope you like it. And if you don't let us know. Here it is. Don Cherry recorded last week. Don, thank you so much for joining us. We're a brand new podcast and just a bunch of guys kind of doing it for their friends and to entertain ourselves. Why did you agree to take on this interview?
Well, if I don't go on, I'm a coward. So here I am. I'm very nervous with. I got 2 heavyweights I got to take on. I tell you, it's going to be tough today.
You mentioned 2 heavyweights. Thanks for the compliment, Don. And like you said, it is just 2 of us here: Louis Malia and Aaron Malhotra, myself. Matt Chapin is our 3rd co-host, and we understand that from your people, you didn't want him here. And just wondering what's going on about that.
I don't know whether it's true or not, but I heard it from a lot of other people that this guy's a loose cannon.
Okay, well, if Matt Chapin's a loose cannon, we're not going to ask you about that anymore. But there is another loose cannon we want to talk to you, but I don't know if you've heard the whole Jim Rome, David Stern controversy this week. David Stern basically made light of the situation of Jim Rome's domestic abuse issues. What are your thoughts on that controversy and just, domestic abuse in general?
You women are going to get mad at me out there. I'm telling you, I've seen some awful smacks, and it's always a woman yapping away there.
Sorry, Don, Lou Smalley here. So are you saying you condone violence against women?
That's not a nice thing to say, but that's the way I feel. Whether it's wrong or whether it's right, and it probably is wrong, but that's the redneck in me.
Wow. Okay, I'm not touching that topic with a 10-foot pole. Don, the 3 of us are aspiring, I guess, radio hosts or broadcasters. Me personally, I'm of the Indo-Canadian descent. You're seeing a lot more, colored people on sports and on the news today. It gives me some hope. What do you think of that?
I don't care.
All right, Don, that was just mean.
And borderline racist.
It wasn't racism at all. That's the way I feel about it. Hey, I say what I think.
Fuck, I'm losing my patience here. Okay, Don, one thing we do get complimented a lot on this podcast is about our humor. And similar to Ron McLean, it works for us. What do you think about, the jokes we make and how funny our podcasts are?
They're not laughing with you, people. They're laughing at you, Alex.
Okay, my name's not Alex, it's Aaron, and I'm fucking out of here. This is fucking bullshit.
Okay, Don, clearly Aaron's pissed. He's leaving. You didn't even want Chapin in this thing. What the fuck is your problem, Don?
Listen, you guys got to realize, I'm at another level of you guys.
Okay, Don, fair enough. You are on a different level. People would call you, a legend, a genius. Can you give us 2 words that you would describe our podcast?
Despicable and reprehensible.
Wow, Don, seriously, you know what? This interview is so over. Before we leave, do you have any questions you want to ask us?
You want to get me off?
Do I want to get you off? Listen, Don, I understand that you heard about Gay Voice, but that doesn't mean I'm actually gay. I'm out of here, man. You know what? Go fuck yourself. Bye.
Hello, you guys.
Okay, clearly that wasn't what we were aiming for. I mean, he pisses off Aaron.
Doesn't allow Chapin there. He pretty much condones abuse on women?
Yep, he's a real dick. And I'm pursuing legal action. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fuck him, man. That was just a mess.
So we don't ever need to speak of that interview again?
Absolutely not.
Okay, done. We will speak again, though, on our 12th podcast, which will be in the next couple weeks or so. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Have a great week.
Toodaloo, you guys.